I'll let you jot that down.
Okay, everyone, good morning. My name is Patty Losberg, and I have Robert Kellen here. And we have our webinar starting on Aleran Express Customer Portals for Epicor Customer Portals Fast and Easy. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes for people to come in, and then we'll get started. So sit tight with us for 2 minutes or so, probably no longer than that, and then we can get going here. Thank you so much. How are you doing today, Robert? How's everything in the great state of Minnesota?
It's cooler today, so things are good.
Good, good, good. I'm actually in Southern California, where summer kind of has finally arrived. It had been relatively cool, to be honest with you.
Well, cool is good. It's better than a wildfire.
Yes, those do happen as well. Just so dry here. Although you wouldn't know it because we're kind of real close to the ocean. You would think some humidity kind of sneaks in, but it's not got the kind of humidity that's uncomfortable humidity. Because it's all about the dew point, right, Robert?
That's right.
All right. Well, we're at 8:32, so I think we're going to go ahead and get started. And people can kind of come in but I see we have quite a few in. So, like I said, my name is Patty Losberg, and on the call today we have Robert Kellen. We both are in partnerships, and Robert actually oversees the relationship with Epicor. So, he is going to be taking us on a good little demo today, but first we're going to talk about the state of manufacturing, the power of digitization, how it's important not to lose the human touch, and why we think we can offer that. As I just said, Robert is going to walk us through the real-time Aleran Express portal demo. I'm going to review some use cases and applications, when and where it is a good fit. Then we're going to open it up for discussions, and then we're going to ask how we can help you today. Just so you know, if you have a question, go ahead and please put it in the chat box, and we can answer it in real time or wait to the end, whatever seems the best. So when we talk about the state of manufacturing and selling and quoting, I want to let you know some research that we did at the end of last year. And what we found is with manufacturers, the state of quoting is definitely hindering growth. And that's for a lot of reasons, but a lot of it is because it's still quite the manual process. In fact, the study was done to 200 manufacturing professionals, and they stated that 86% had lost deals because of manual or slow quoting. And we all know what that's like, right? You click to quote goes to your company is then shuffling it on the back end, emailing it to this person, that person, maybe it even has to go to engineering. And all the time, tick tock, right, is going on. And it becomes a very slow quote process. And maybe that customer has gone elsewhere to find your same product. So not only is it costing deals, but it's costing as much as 15% revenue. So this is revenue leakage. So Robert, if I'm a $50 million company and I lose 15% just because my quote to sell process is slow, how much is that my company is losing?
I'm going to say 7.5 million, Patty.
I think you're right, Robert. That is 7.5 million. So if you're in the people in your boardroom are sitting there and saying, how can we increase our revenues 15%? You can be one to stand up and say, I think I know a way we can do it. And it's just not by actually adding anything other than a more organized and streamlined automated process. And it can happen and it's doable. And we're going to show you how here in a minute. But without further ado, one of the things that also from this study that we did, on the manufacturing professionals, we asked them a couple of questions and what were their priorities as they move forward into 26 and now into 27 when it comes to modernizing their selling process. Because as we all know, Amazon has taught the world a wonderful thing, right? You can go on, order just about anything instantaneously. You get all the information, AI guided selling. It's pretty chimp simple, as I'd like to say. And you get it very quickly. In the manufacturing space, it has been slow to adopt those same principles. However, Amazon has trained us all. The market is ripe for this because we've all been trained that this is the way it should be. But because of complex pricing and complex products in the manufacturing space, it feels like it couldn't be so good. How could this be so true that it can happen for my company? Well, manufacturing professionals are yearning for this, and they're 48% say they are looking for self-service portals. They're looking for 43% are looking for a sales management platform and digital commerce, e-com, as a part of that. So here's the deal. Almost half of you out there are wanting this, yet you're not really ready to pull the trigger just yet for whatever reason. And we're going to show you why sometimes taking a stepped approach can be the best approach. So another important thing to look at is you don't want to go stray so far in manual automation that you can never get a hold of anybody, right? Or you can't have collaboration with the company that you're doing business with. So we think we have set up a system with our customer portals as the foundation to what it is we're doing, to have many collaboration areas within a company without leaving you stranded. But it does all start with your customer having access to a customer portal. From then you can launch into all the things that kind of can springboard just from having the foundation of your customer being able to go and do self-service through a portal that has all their own information. Once they have that, then you can move them on to integrate with CPQ, have AI guided selling, have a complete end-to-end sales order process, including, product information management and e-commerce. So we know traditional e-commerce platforms, they can't handle it, right? We have a platform that can handle it because we can handle up thousands and thousands of different products, price combinations. But it really all is starting with the customer portal. And another nice thing about this is it's going to help you be competitive in the marketplace because it makes you discoverable. And what does that really mean? Robert, you want to share with us what you think making discoverable means?
It means people can find your products more easily so that they can come and buy from you.
And how does that happen? Go ahead.
In our platform, we have AI tools to help with the SEO, with the product descriptions, all the tags that you need to get the products out there onto the internet and discoverable when people are out searching for it, whatever it is you produce.
So exactly. So this becomes, in essence, a marketing tool, which what happens with marketing? Marketing is designed to help you increase sales. So hopefully you'll have more customers coming, looking for your products, and you making it easy for them. Marketing 101 is make it as easy as possible for your customers to buy from you. This assists in that because now you're going to have the customer portals for your customers to go to. But in essence, it also opens up not Pandora's box, but a big window for customers then to see what you have available. However, on those customer portals, that is really available with custom pricing and products for you, a unique customer. So we have a way to make it all happen. So when you start with the foundation of a customer portal, here is all the things, and Robert's going to go into it, so I'm not going to dwell too much on this because we're gonna do a little more of a show and tell versus Patty a talking head, right? How many doesn't want to just see Patty talk? I don't really necessarily want to see Patty talk all the time. That's why the demo is going to tell a story, but we're going to have a dashboard overview. So you get to see your own orders, the quotes, and your top products all in one place. Order history. You're going to be able to see your quotes, your invoices. And if I kind of trump some of your power, Robert, we even have now the ability to pay an invoice right from that, from your customer portal. And because we have integrations with different customer payment gateways. So all this stuff, tracking your orders is all going to be made available for your customers. And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't cost a lot of money to have this type of transparency and visibility for your customers. And then what does it really actually do for you as a company? It frees up the customer service team, your sales reps, so they all can be spending their time on revenue generating activities versus chasing down orders. Instead of answering that proverbial, where's my order? They will be able to find it for themselves. And then if you need to go in, and you can collaborate as well. So now, Robert, is your time to shine. So I am going to remove this from the stage, and I'm going to add Robert's demo environment. So take it away, Robert. And if you feel like I've missed anything, please feel free to add in what I've already communicated.
Okay, thank you, Patty. And as Patty said, if you guys have questions as I'm going along, post them to the chat, and Patty can interrupt me and ask them, or we can cover them later. As Patty said, Customer Portal is a great foundation starting point for what could be a larger solution, or maybe this is all you need, simple customer self-service to address the kinds of questions that people are calling your sales or customer service teams with. You can offload that so they can do it on their time, on nights and weekends, and relieve your team to be working on higher value things. So the reason why this is a great starting point is because it's so simple to set up. So I'll just give you a quick kind of glance here. Really, you just have to put in your Epicor credentials, and then we map all of these various entities from Epicor, customers, bill tos, ship tos, contacts, products, inventory, things like that, customers' payment terms, so that really all of the data that you see presented here is coming directly from Epicor Kinetic, and then the customer can see it, interact with it, and then if there are things like a reorder, it gets pushed back to Epicor. So this is the kind of thing, because of the simplicity, that really can be implemented in an afternoon. Once your credentials are set up, you just have to decide who you want to grant access to it, and that could be based on contacts within Epicor, or if you have a CRM system, you can pull data in from that, set up the user's logins for it to give them customers access to just, again, their data. So I'll log in quickly, and you may recognize this is connected to a sample Epicor instance. So Clark Construction and some of these products might be familiar to you if you've ever poked around in an Epicor demo instance. So when I log in, I'm confronted with what we call a dashboard. And this is just a simple look at some of my recent sales by product, my order volume over time. You can see that's fairly old data here. Because this is simple sample data from Epicor, there aren't categories of products set up. So this would normally be a pie chart if these were a more complete data set. You'd see categories of products for orders and quotes, and I can see the status of my orders, which ones are open, which ones are shipped, my quotes, similarly, what status they're in. And this is just meant to be kind of an at a glance. But this could be anything you decide that you want to present to your customers. It could be service information, it could be news, it could be your holiday hours, it could be new product releases, whatever you want, or it could be the dashboard. Think of this as just a simple landing page for once a customer comes to their portal. But the power of it is really what's here under my initials. And so if I go, not my initials, this is a Richard Clark, that's why it says RC. But as Patty said, where's my order is one of the most common things that sales and service teams have to deal with. So again, this is a simple data set, but you can see my order history. I have 3 orders here. I can see at a glance what the status of the orders is. I can see this one's open, these 2 are shipped. And then I can go and answer these questions myself. What was on that order? Where's my tracking information? Whatever it is I need to know about the order, it's presented to me in a very simple fashion here. And because this is part of our larger, I mean, just as the foundation of our larger commerce platform, if I wanted to reorder any of these products, I have a simple one-click to reorder here. And I can just, for example, say I didn't want these 3 line items, but I just needed some more support bars. I can update the quantity here. And then again, one click to reorder that. Similarly, if I have quotes, if I'm working with my rep on a quote, I can see the status of my quote. I can see quotes, I can see what's on them. So this is a requested quote. It hasn't yet been approved. But I can see the product information. It looks similar to an order, but it's just in the quote stage now. So this one has already been accepted. And again, now that this quote's been accepted, I can just one click myself convert this to an order. And because this is so integrated with Kinetic, if I didn't like, say, the quote, I'm talking to my rep, we kind of agreed as a starting point, but I didn't, maybe I want a bigger discount because I'm ordering 144 of these. I can call or email my rep, contact them that way, say I need a bigger discount. And the minute they updated the quote within Epicor, it would update here in Aleran. And I would get an alert letting me know that I have an updated quote in my portal. I can click through right there and it will take me to this page where then I can review the quote myself and convert it to an order if I'm ready to do that. Similarly, invoices, another common question that people have is, I lost my invoice, I need another copy of it. You can go in here, and again, this is a simple data set, but it only has one invoice presented. But if I wanted to see the details of this invoice, I have it here. If I want to print another copy, simple button to do that. And as Patty indicated, in the next release later this summer, there will be a button here that says pay. If this is an open invoice, I can just pay it directly from within the portal.
So Robert, can you elaborate on that just a little bit? Because I know the questions have come up in the past is who are you integrated with? How, do you play favorites, or are you agnostic? I mean, tell us how that works.
Generally, we're agnostic. We have a couple payment gateways that we've already done integration with, others that we're adding to that collection. And then if customers have things that are not one of the ones that we already have, as part of the implementation, we can evaluate. As long as there's it's a payment gateway that has integration points, then that's something we can work with as well.
So I know a lot of Epicor customers have eBiz Charge.
Yes.
So that is one of the ones we integrate with, correct?
Yes, right now we do Stripe and Authorize.net, and we're working with eBiz Charge to get that integrated as well. And we've talked to other customers that have things beyond the 3 I just mentioned. And like I said, we're willing to look at that as part of the implementation plan.
Yeah, that would be really cool for them to be able to pay the invoice from right here. That takes away one extra huge step, doesn't it?
Yes.
Good job, Robert.
Okay, thanks, Patty.
Actually, where we got that idea from was from one of our partners, right, on a webinar that came up, and that's how this all started. So if you have feedback for us on different things you'd like to see, please, Red Rover, send them on over, because that is how we know what to build, is what you're asking for.
Yes. A couple more quick things before I turn it back to you, Patty. You can see within my portal here, I have access to my address book. So this is all the ship tos that I have set up for myself as a customer. This, again, comes over directly from Kinetic, but if I want to add a new ship to address, I can do that here, and you can configure it either that you want that pushed back to Epicor or not. And we have the ability to do split shipments. So if you're ordering, say, those 100 support bars, you need 50 to go to one warehouse and 50 to another. We can support that within our platform. Due to time, I don't want to go too much into this, but we have an integrated AI sales assistant within the portal. It's more about orders, it's sales transactions than it is about product. Within our commerce platform, you could use this to help you select products, like which is the right product that goes with, whatever this machine, if I'm looking for parts. In this case, I could ask it something simple, like when was the last time I ordered support bars, and it would give me a link directly to that to tell me when the order was, how much, the date, and give me a link so I can go back and look at that order, reorder if I want. So AI is kind of built in throughout the platform. And then the final thing I wanted to show here is something we call shopping lists. So if there are things that I regularly need to order, you can have as many of these as you want. These can be set up by the customer or by the manufacturer, on their behalf. So if these are things that are common wears and spares for the machine I have, I can have that list here. If I know, say I need to order roller bearings, I can click this, update the quantity, and then one click again to add to the cart. And that's pretty much the Express portal at a glance, unless anyone has questions.
I don't see any questions just yet. We are going to come, if you want a more thorough demo, obviously we're more than happy to give it. This was primarily decided to just show you to wet your whistle, but I will tell you it is pretty chimp simple and it's very easy to set up. Literally, Robert and I wanted to call this the 10-minute portal, but they nixed us because what if it took 12 minutes? But really, well, within an afternoon, you can set up customer portals. And the nice thing is it is priced, whether you need one portal or thousands of portals, it's all the same price. And really, I think it's less than about 7 Starbucks coffees a day. You can get going, depending what you buy at Starbucks. But okay, now we're back to, we took a look. Now let's talk about some use cases and who we think who's really this is good for. If this sounds like you, if you have your customer service sales teams and your salespeople answering the question, where's my order? Then you have a core need for self-service visibility and ability. These other questions that this all can be answered by the portal is, has it shipped yet? Can you resend that invoice? This is taking up a lot of time on your sales and service teams, chasing down this kind of stuff. And so maybe it's instead of where's my order, Robert, it's where's my stuff. So this all can be handled by them in their own portal, just like we do at Amazon. We want to know where tracking my order. It's all that information is there. Same principle applies here, and the same application. Your customers will be able to answer all their own questions. Quote to order speed. If you want to shorten your sales cycle and eliminate manual work, this definitely solves for speed without a high cost or time. If you get quotes stuck in inboxes, you lose deals, become slow follow-ups. This is a good fit for you because we all know what happens is it does get to be, God, back when I was a kid, we used to play the telephone game. Robert, did you ever play that?
I did.
By the time you got to the last person, who knows what really happened, what was really said. And then you often have to go back and start to the beginning. Let's cut to the chase and let's streamline the process between quote to sell. And this portal is the foundation that helps that happen. And then if you need for a digital experience without high cost or overhauls, if you want to be able to have this happen online, this definitely solves for your customer service team. It doesn't replace an ERP. It helps extend it. This is affordable, out of the box, fast go live. I promise you it's minimal IT and it's self-service. So like I said, for probably less than 7 Starbucks a day, you can have one or thousands of customer portals. How cool is that? I mean, sign me up right now, Robert. Do not stop to collect to your $200. Just go, go, go. Because this seems very doable. I was at Aleran for 8 years, and I used to always say, oh my God, you mean people don't already have this? And that's how I kind of feel about customer portals. You mean you're operating without the visibility for your customers to go in and self-service and know what's happening? So this is how I feel pretty much the same way about this. This is a must-have. It's not a need to have anymore. This is the bare cost of entry of doing business. So are you ready to integrate? Here's one of those slides, Robert, where we didn't take out Epicor, out Infor, but it really is, we are ERP agnostic also. We cross many ERP lines. We do have a specialty though within Epicor, having some pretty large accounts there. So after Aleran, you're going to be able to automate your sales order entry from the web to the ERP. Information goes back and forth from your ERP into to Aleran, and the ERP still serves as the gospel, the truth, and we then extract that information. You'll have more accurate, faster quotes and pricing. You'll complete with sales tax compliance. That's on our full complement of the connected commerce, shorter time to close to sale. And we have our data that shows we increase the average sales order about 18%. And the first year you can increase your sales about 26%. So this is all at your fingertips. Like I said, if your C-level execs are asking how can we increase sales, you don't have to do a whole lot other than automate maybe what you're currently not serving as a manual process. I kind of speeded up a little bit here, Robert. I don't know if you noticed, because I did notice the clock and I want to be thoughtful of people's time. So if you have any questions, let's chat. There's my information, patty.losberg@aleran.com. Robert is R. Kellen at Aleran.com. Interesting in a complimentary assessment, just ask us. We'll be happy to get on a call with you, run you through a demo, needs analysis, and see how we can help you get your customers rolling to free up your sales and service teams to be doing what they should be doing, which is kind of generating more revenue for your company. So, Robert, did I miss anything?
No. If you forget those 2 email addresses, you can always contact us at sales@aleran.com as well. We did have a couple questions in the chat. Pricing was one of them. Pricing is not by volume. The Express Portal is basically it's by module. So Express Portal is a module. So there has a price for that. As Patty said, that could be as many customers, as many transactions, as many sites as you needed to enable for that. That doesn't vary the price. But if you wanted to say add product, the CPQ on top of that, or the product information management or commerce, those become additional modules, then it scales up from there. But it's not consumption-based or user-based pricing. And then we also had a question about additional payment gateways, including Epicor Payment Exchange. I'm not sure if Epicor Payment Exchange allows access from third-party systems, but that's something I will confirm with our product team and get back to the person who asked that question. And similarly, if you have other questions that we didn't cover today, you can email Patty or me or sales@aleran.com, and we'll be happy to follow up.
And like I said, for about $50 a day, you can have all this access to your customers can have access to all of their information. I told you it does not break the bank, and it is really a no-brainer type of solution. I mean, because it solves for so much and adds so much value. The mere $50 a day is nothing to me for what it brings. And like Robert says, it's not by user. It's one kind of flat rate based on the module. For that one module, I guarantee you can go treat probably your whole customer sales teams to a cup of coffee for less than what this is going to cost you. So I think at that, we're out of time. Thank you all so much for participating. We will be sending out this deck, correct, Robert, or a copy of the recording?
Yes, everyone should get a link to the recording.
And we can follow up with you as well, see if you'd like to go learn a little bit more. But check us out, and we appreciate your time today. Thank you, Robert, for a great demo, and go make it a great day.
Thanks, everyone.